Morning everyone, and welcome to 5 Minute Sunday School with me, Wendy, from St John's in Hurst Green. Our readings in church today are all about Jesus' friends, choosing people to work with them, sharing good news of God's love. And the gospel reading is about Jesus' prayer for everyone, sending us out in his love. At St John's, we had an outdoor service last week, and we talked about God's love and creativity living in us. Did you know that we are made to be like God, the Creator? When we love and create things, it should make us really joyful to know that God is living in us. So how many of you love creating? Building Lego, sand castles, cooking, planting seeds in the garden, caring for pets, writing stories or poems, drawing pictures. Every time you do something creative this week, remember this is God's gift to you. You are like him, the Creator. It reminds me, of a time I had at boarding school where I worked, and it had been very rainy all morning. It bucketed down. So outside the house where we lived, there was like a lake. It was Sunday afternoon and the girls really liked to go out in the fresh air, but it was too wet. So I discovered that none of them knew how to make a boat out of a piece of paper. So what we did was we sat down and we made boats. We folded them out of bits of paper, and then the sun came out and we went out and we floated our white boats along the lake outside the boarding house. At one point, the headmistress drove along the end of the drive and she stopped and she wound her window down, and I was just waiting for her to yell at me. You know that feeling, your heart sinks? Anyway, she could see that we were just having fun. So she said, okay, I won't say anything, but just clear up after yourselves, okay? We got such great joy out of a simple thing. We spent half an hour or more floating our boats on the water with the waves being blown by a gentle breeze. Perhaps you could do something with paper this week. Maybe make a boat or something else, and perhaps that can give you joy. The joy of Jesus is your strength. May his love fill you this week as you create things for him. Jesus had a special thing with boats, didn't he? Maybe you and your family can find a story about Jesus, boats, fishermen, storms, water. There's a challenge I bet you can't resist. This is how to make a boat. Take a piece of paper, fold it longwise in half. Make the creases nice and strong. And then fold it again. Make the creases nice and strong so it looks a bit like a notelet. Okay? Open it out and you should have a nice crease in the middle. Fold the top down. The top where it's folded, where it's together, and at the bottom it's loose. Okay? Fold the top down into 2 triangles. There we go. Make sure that your creases are nice and strong. They are. Looks like a tent, really, isn't it? Now you lift up the bottom in the front. Fold it up. Turn it over. Fold the other side over. It was like a tent, but now it looks like a hat. If you're very little, perhaps you could stay at that point. But if you're a bit bigger, take the sides and pull them out until you've got like a square, and tuck the corners in. So now it looks a bit like a square. Fold the points up to the top and the other fold up to the top. So you've got like a tent again. It's a triangle. It's got quite a lot of folds inside. And then take the middle, pull it out, and then take the top corners, pull them out really carefully. Perhaps you can get an adult to help you if you're very small. And there you are, you have a boat. You'll probably find that there's some better tutorials online to help you to make a boat. But trust me, these ones float brilliantly on puddles.